Welcome to Dharma Wisdom Talks, where we explore deep philosophies and valuable life lessons together. Life is not always a smooth path, and sometimes, it's the challenges and hardships that provide the greatest opportunities for growth and learning. To live a peaceful and happy life, we need to understand that life isn't always fair, and things don't always go the way we want. Yet, it is in the face of adversity that the most valuable lessons can arise. Today, we'll reflect on some fundamental principles of life, things we all must face. Have you ever felt that life was unfair when you saw others achieving what they wanted without having to struggle? Or wondered why you have to endure so many challenges, while others seem to have an easier life? These thoughts are part of the journey, but we must realize that life has two sides. To truly understand and accept this, we need to learn to listen carefully, think deeply, and avoid rushing to judgments. These are the first steps on the path to inner peace and enlightenment in life. Let's take a moment to reconsider these perspectives, learning how to accept life's unfairness, and to shift our focus from only seeking personal gain to sharing and contributing to the community. We'll also explore the importance of truly listening and not rushing to judge. And most importantly, we'll learn how to view this world holistically, so that each step we take in life becomes wiser and more fulfilling. You are the one who decides your future. Don't wait for or depend on anyone else. Your problems are yours to solve. No one is obligated to help you. Whether life is good or tough depends on how you take action. This is a truth about independence and personal responsibility in life. From the perspective of someone who has faced many challenges, gained rich experiences, and learned deeply, this statement reflects a very practical and powerful life philosophy, emphasizing self-reliance in all circumstances. Deciding your future. You are the one who decides your future. This is a powerful statement about the power and responsibility of every individual to shape their own life. Life is not something that happens randomly or is decided by others, it's the result of your own choices and actions. Whether circumstances are difficult or favorable, how you face and overcome them will determine your future. Don't wait or depend on others. In today's world, many people tend to rely on others, whether it's family, friends, or even institutions and organizations. However, if we rely too much on others, we risk becoming weak and unable to make decisions for ourselves. Facing and solving problems on our own helps us grow, become stronger, and find unique solutions that work for us. Solving problems on your own. This statement emphasizes that every problem in life, big or small, is a lesson and challenge that each person must face. No one is obligated to help you. While help from others is important during tough times, we should not take it for granted. Solving problems not only helps us overcome difficulties but also builds patience, creativity, and the ability to cope with failure. Whether life is good or bad depends on your actions. Each person's life is the result of their own choices, actions, and mindset. Regardless of the circumstances, whether we find happiness or suffer depends on how we engage with the opportunities available to us. This doesn't mean we'll always succeed or have an easy life, but at least we can create change, instead of sitting back and blaming circumstances. Self-reliance, independence, and proactivity in life are key elements that help us overcome challenges and move toward success. Every individual can take control of their life if they dare to face challenges, find solutions on their own, and don't wait for help from others. Life may not be perfect, but how we choose to live will determine the quality and direction of that life. There is no lesson or experience that's free, everything comes at a cost. To gain knowledge and experience in life, you must sacrifice something, and it's not always money. This perspective highlights the exchange and sacrifices everyone must face in the pursuit of growth and wisdom. There is no lesson or experience that's free, everything has its price. This reflects a fundamental truth in life: everything comes with a cost. No success is achieved without sacrifice, and no lesson is learned without challenge or pain. Every lesson, big or small, requires you to give up a part of yourself, whether it's time, energy, emotions, or even beliefs and values that you may need to change. The journey of growth is never free, and its price is an essential part of personal development. To gain knowledge and experience in life, you must sacrifice something. Knowledge and experience are not easily bought, they must be earned through time, mistakes, and continuous effort. To gain a deep understanding of life, you may have to face failure, learn to endure hardship, or accept discomfort. Sometimes, you must sacrifice precious things like personal comfort, love, or relationships. The price is not always money. The cost of learning is not always financial. There are many things you must sacrifice to acquire valuable lessons in life, such as time. To gain a deep understanding, you need to spend a lot of time researching, learning, experimenting, and reflecting on your experiences. Effort and energy, learning and self-improvement are not passive processes. You must go out, face challenges, and sometimes work hard. Relationships, sometimes, in order to gain experience and mature, you may need to let go of relationships or face periods of loneliness. Emotions may be the price you pay when learning from failures or the pain in life. But through these experiences, you grow and gain a deeper understanding of yourself. The importance of sacrifice. When you pay a price, whether visible or invisible, it shows that you are investing in yourself. The cost you pay enhances the value of what you've learned. The lessons you gain from these experiences not only help you overcome challenges but also create a foundation for future growth and success. Nothing in life is truly free, and this is especially true when it comes to learning and accumulating experience. To become a person of deep knowledge and understanding, you must be willing to sacrifice a part of yourself. This cost is not always money, it may be time, effort, emotions, or other things. But within that price, you will find the maturity and strength to face all the challenges life brings. Friendships come and go, no one stays with us forever. Therefore, never trust anyone absolutely. This statement contains a harsh reality of life about the fluctuating nature of relationships and the importance of independence and self-reliance. It serves as a reminder that while relationships may be meaningful, they are not permanent, and trusting others too much can lead to disappointment. Friendships come and go, no one stays with us forever. This is an unavoidable truth in life. Relationships between people change, and not all friendships last forever. Friendships may end for various reasons, such as distance, changing life circumstances, differing viewpoints, or simply because time no longer allows us to maintain them. Everything in life changes, and friendships are no exception. This reality reminds us that even if we have many close friends, no one can stay with us forever. This might make us feel lonely at times, but it is also a part of growing up and gaining a deeper understanding of life. The impermanence of relationships teaches us to cherish the present moment and appreciate the friends we have now, rather than merely focusing on the expectation of long-lasting connections. Therefore, never trust anyone absolutely. This statement reflects a practical perspective on relationships, urging us to maintain a certain level of caution. While friendship is valuable and important, we should not let absolute trust cause us to become overly dependent on others. People change over time, and even the friend you trust the most could betray you or drift away when you least expect it. Therefore, keeping a sense of guardedness and not fully depending on anyone will help prevent a severe shock when relationships evolve. This idea doesn't mean you should avoid trusting others entirely, but it encourages you to maintain your independence emotionally and mentally. You should not place all your hopes, happiness, or success in the hands of someone else. Confidence and independence are crucial to maintaining inner stability, even when facing loss or change in relationships. Why you should not trust absolutely. The change in people. We all change over time. A friend from the past may no longer be the same person due to changes in personality, circumstances, or experiences in life. Therefore, placing absolute trust in someone can make you vulnerable when these changes occur. Dependency on others. When you trust someone absolutely, you may become emotionally or materially dependent on them. This can cause you to lose the ability to stand on your own and solve problems independently. Life sometimes forces us into situations where we must handle things on our own without relying on others. Potential for disappointment and hurt. When you place too much trust in someone and they fail to meet your expectations, you may feel disappointed and hurt. High expectations often lead to disappointment when reality doesn't align with what you had hoped for. Relationships and self-reliance. Even though relationships can change and no one can be by your side forever, this doesn't mean you should abandon the idea of building connections. In fact, you can still maintain meaningful relationships, but it's important to balance love and trust in others with self-reliance and the ability to handle your own issues. Not trusting anyone absolutely helps you maintain your independence and not be swept away by emotions or unrealistic expectations from others. It also provides an opportunity for personal growth, because when you do not depend on anyone, you are given the chance to develop and improve yourself. Friendships may change, and no one stays with us forever. This doesn't mean we should abandon connections with others, but rather reminds us of the impermanence of relationships and the importance of being independent. Never trust anyone absolutely. Instead, find the balance between love, trust, and independence. This will help you stay stronger and more grounded in life, and protect you from pain when relationships inevitably change. Don't worry about what others think. The gossip of the world is inevitable. You cannot please everyone, and vice versa. Therefore, understand that in this society, there are all types of people, and you should learn to adapt rather than complain. This statement reflects a very practical mindset about dealing with judgment and the diversity in society. It encourages us to learn how to accept and master our emotions, not letting others' comments or criticisms affect our lives too much. Don't worry about what others think. This advice highlights the importance of not allowing others' judgments or opinions to control your life and decisions. In society, there will always be people who criticize, judge, or offer opinions that you don't agree with. However, if you focus too much on what others think of you, you may become caught in a spiral of anxiety, insecurity, and be unable to develop. It's crucial to know how to choose and listen to valuable advice, constructive feedback, rather than taking to heart every word that is spoken. Life is short and precious, so there's no reason to waste time worrying about what others think of you, especially when those people may not genuinely care about your growth. If you always try to please everyone, you risk losing yourself and stifling your own development. The gossip of the world is inevitable. This phrase reminds us that criticism, judgment, and gossip are unavoidable in life. Everyone has their own viewpoints and opinions, and they have the right to express their thoughts. No matter who you are or what you do, there will always be people who disagree, criticize, or evaluate you. However, what's important is not to let these things harm your spirit or destroy your confidence. The words of others do not define your value. Only you can truly understand yourself and decide your path. Sometimes, negative remarks are merely reflections of the insecurities or negative feelings of the person speaking, and not all of them carry real value. You cannot please everyone, and vice versa. This statement suggests that no one can please everyone, and trying to do so will only lead to exhaustion, stress, and eventually losing yourself. Each person has different perceptions and evaluations of life, and no matter how hard you try, there will always be people who are dissatisfied with you. The important thing is not to please everyone but to live authentically, creating value in a way that feels right to you. On the flip side, you also cannot expect anyone to completely please you, because everyone has their own views, goals, and needs. The truth is, you cannot force someone to live the way you want them to, and learning to accept differences will help you maintain a calm mindset, free from unrealistic expectations. Therefore, understand that in this society, there are all types of people, and you should learn to adapt rather than complain. Life and society are made up of many different types of people, each with their own personality, lifestyle, and thoughts. This diversity adds color to society, but it can also be the source of conflicts and misunderstandings. Understanding and accepting differences in society will help you integrate more easily and avoid unnecessary tension. Instead of complaining about people who don't share your viewpoints or about uncomfortable situations, focus on adapting and learning to live harmoniously with your surroundings. This doesn't mean you have to change yourself to please others, but it means understanding that everyone has the right to live the way they choose. More importantly, you should develop patience, flexibility, and the ability to learn from every situation life presents. In conclusion, life is inevitably full of criticism, judgment, and conflicting opinions. What's essential is that you learn not to let these things affect your life too much. You cannot please everyone, and you don't need to. Instead of complaining, learn to adapt to your environment and the people around you while staying true to yourself. Focus on your personal values and goals, and don't let the gossip of the world distract you from your path. If you are always afraid of mistakes and failure, then you have already failed in your mind before the idea has even been attempted to fail or succeed. This powerful message emphasizes how our thoughts, especially the fear of failure, can directly impact our actions and the outcomes we achieve in life. It highlights that if we are constantly afraid of making mistakes and failing, we create an invisible barrier that prevents us from experimenting and growing. If you are always afraid of mistakes and failure, then you have already failed in your mind before the idea has even been attempted. This statement suggests that the fear of failure can become a decisive factor in whether or not we dare to pursue an idea. When we fear mistakes or failure, we often limit ourselves from the very beginning simply due to anxiety about the possible outcomes. For many people, this fear prevents them from taking action at all, or if they do act, they do so with indecision and fail to fully tap into their potential. This feeling of fear diminishes the ability to take risks and experiment, both of which are essential for creativity and growth. In reality, many great successes started with failures or mistakes. If you constantly worry about failing, you may never step out of your comfort zone, and in doing so, you have already failed from the start. Initiating an idea or starting a project doesn't guarantee immediate success, but it is the failures and mistakes along the way that teach you valuable lessons to help you improve. Mistakes and failures are part of the development process. In truth, failure is not a sign of the end but an essential part of the growth journey. Each failure presents an opportunity to learn and improve. When you fear failure, you essentially reject the chance to develop and better yourself. Many successful people throughout history have gone through countless failures, but they didn't let it stop them. The key is how you view failure. Instead of seeing it as something to avoid, think of it as a valuable lesson, an opportunity to gain experience and improve next time. Mistakes only become true failures if you give up or fail to learn from them. Only when you dare to fail, can you succeed. No one can succeed without facing challenges, difficulties, and failures. Every failure is a step closer to success because you learn more about what doesn't work and can make adjustments to do better in the future. If you don't dare to try, you will never know your potential, and as a result, you will never succeed. The fear of failure is a significant psychological barrier, and to overcome it, you need to change how you perceive failure. Don't let that fear hinder your decisions and actions. Learn to face failure as an inevitable part of achieving your goals. Without taking the risk to try, you will never have a chance to succeed. Mindset on failure and success. Your mindset on failure and success plays a crucial role in determining the direction of your life. A person who is constantly afraid of failure won't take risks, while someone who views failure as an opportunity to learn will never give up. They understand that nothing is perfect from the start, and success only comes to those who persist and learn from their mistakes. Remember, an idea or project cannot grow if you are not willing to start and take the plunge. You can't change the outcome if you don't do anything, and only by accepting risks and confronting failure will you truly discover your potential. In conclusion, the key message is that fear of failure is the greatest obstacle to growth. If you allow that fear to control you, it will stop you before you even begin. The most successful people in history didn't shy away from failure, they saw it as a necessary step in the process. Success is not achieved without risk or mistakes, but it is through those experiences that we learn, grow, and ultimately succeed. So, don't be afraid to fail, embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Fear of failure as a barrier in life. Fear of failure can become a significant obstacle in life, preventing you from acting on ideas or projects. However, it is often those failures and mistakes that serve as critical stepping stones toward success. If you are constantly afraid of making mistakes, you have already failed even before you start. Rather than worrying about failure, view it as an opportunity to learn, improve, and move closer to your goals. Success never comes easily, but if you dare to try and learn from your mistakes, you will open the door to even greater successes in the future. Everyone wants to do easy work, let someone else do the hard job. This reflects a common mindset in society. Everyone desires to do work that is less stressful and less demanding, but no one wants to take on the bigger responsibilities or harder tasks. Whenever an opportunity arises, we tend to seek out the easier, more convenient tasks for ourselves and leave the difficult ones for others. However, this not only shows selfishness but also a lack of team spirit and willingness to share responsibilities. In life and work, if everyone only focuses on doing easy tasks for themselves, no one will want to step up and take on the difficult work. But if you always wait for others to do the hard jobs, you will miss the opportunity to learn, grow, and develop yourself. Sometimes, those challenges and tough tasks are the best opportunities to build skills, gain experience, and prove yourself. Don't always just focus on your own benefits. This is a reminder not to focus solely on personal gain and forget about your responsibilities toward the community and those around you. Focusing only on your own benefits can make you selfish, and this not only harms your relationships with others but also diminishes your value in society. In any society or organization, everyone has their responsibilities and tasks. If each individual only focuses on achieving benefits for themselves and neglects the common good, it becomes difficult to build a cohesive and supportive working environment or community. Helping, sharing, and contributing to the collective not only benefits the community but also helps you grow and mature. Share and contribute to the community. This statement emphasizes the necessity of contributing to the community and being ready to help others, even if the work doesn't offer immediate personal benefits. We all live in a society where cooperation and solidarity are key to building a strong community. If each person takes responsibility for others and is always willing to work for the common good, society will become more just and progressive. Therefore, instead of always focusing on yourself, we need to learn to consider the collective benefits of the community and contribute to them. Each person can do a small part to create significant change. Helping others, especially when the task is difficult, not only benefits the person receiving help but also helps the one offering help, as through this process, you learn empathy, patience, and sharing. Spirit of responsibility and sharing. This statement also teaches the value of responsibility and sharing. In reality, if everyone only thinks of personal benefits and avoids difficult tasks or sharing with others, society will lack the connections and mutual support it needs. Everyone has their own challenges and hardships, and when you are willing to share the burden with others, you not only help them but also create a friendly, supportive environment. A person with a strong sense of responsibility will not only focus on completing their own tasks but will also be concerned with helping others when they face difficulties. This helps create a positive working environment where everyone feels supported and encouraged. Conclusion. This message underscores the importance of sharing responsibility and working together. If everyone only focuses on their own benefit and avoids difficult tasks, we cannot build a society that is united and growing. Instead of always thinking about yourself, learn to contribute to the community and be willing to take on challenging tasks. It is through these challenges that you will grow and develop, while also fostering an environment of collaboration and mutual support. Life is inherently unfair, accept it. Life is never perfect, and fairness in society is more of an ideal than a reality. No matter how hard we try, there will always be external factors beyond our control. Some people are born into favorable conditions, while others struggle with adversity. Things will never go as we expect, and the key is learning to accept this. Accepting that life isn't fair gives us a more realistic view, preventing disappointment when faced with difficulties and challenges. Instead of complaining about injustice, we can focus on what we can change and do our best with the circumstances at hand. Once we become accustomed to this reality, we won't be knocked down by the unexpected hurdles anymore. Everything has two sides. Everything in life has two sides, just like light and darkness always exist side by side. Every event and every circumstance carries both positive and negative aspects. For instance, a challenge can be an opportunity to learn and grow, but it can also be painful if you can't overcome it. A failure might be a turning point that helps you adjust and get back on track, but it might also leave you feeling hopeless. This is an important lesson in accepting and confronting life. Don't view things through just one lens, as you'll miss opportunities or misunderstand situations. It's crucial to see things in their entirety, understanding that every situation has both upsides and downsides. Only by accepting this can we live peacefully and handle any situation that comes our way. Listen carefully and don't be quick to judge. This reminder teaches us that, in life, quick judgment can lead to misunderstandings or incomplete conclusions. People often rush to make judgments without fully understanding the issue, which not only harms relationships but also causes us to miss the opportunity to learn from other perspectives or situations. Listening isn't just hearing the words spoken but understanding the content and emotions behind those words. When you listen more, you gain insight into others' circumstances, thoughts, and feelings. This doesn't only make you more empathetic but also helps you make more accurate and reasonable decisions. Don't rush to judge, because when we do, we might overlook important information or misunderstand the issue. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more. This saying highlights the importance of listening in life. Why do we have 2 ears but only 1 mouth? It seems to convey the message that we need to listen more than we speak. In life, if we don't know how to listen, we will miss out on understanding what others are going through, what they need, and even what we need to learn. Listening is an art, and when we truly listen, we will discover many valuable things that we often miss when we focus solely on speaking. By learning to listen, we become better communicators, more empathetic, and capable of making better decisions. Listening helps expand our perspective, develop our intellect, and enrich our relationships. This saying serves as both a reminder about life and a lesson in acceptance and learning. Life isn't always fair, and we need to learn to face it, rather than blaming or complaining. Everything has 2 sides, and if we only look at one side, we will miss many valuable lessons. Furthermore, listening and not rushing to judge is a key factor in helping us understand life and others more deeply. When we know how to listen, we not only gather information but also develop empathy and wisdom. Remember, in every situation, there are two sides, and to grow and mature, we need to learn to view things holistically and listen more than we focus solely on our thoughts and personal benefits. We can't change everything in life, but we can change how we face it. We can't change everything that happens in life, but we can certainly change how we face it. The lessons we've shared come from real-life experiences and deep insights into the nature of life itself. Once we understand that life is not always fair, we will no longer feel unjustly treated when we face difficulties. Rather than focusing solely on our own personal gain, we will begin to realize that every action and decision we make impacts those around us. Listening is not just a communication skill, it's a way of living with understanding and empathy. When we listen, we don't just understand others better, we can also understand ourselves more clearly. Don't rush to judge, because sometimes the things we see on the surface do not reflect the true nature of the situation. Take the time to understand, to feel, and to learn. Through this, we will grow wiser, more mature, and find peace in our hearts. With every step we take, we will learn to master our own lives, not allowing injustice or difficulty to hold us back. Remember, life may not be perfect, but if we know how to perceive and act correctly, each day will be worth living. Thank you for joining me today in this sharing session. Continue your journey of seeking enlightenment, for every step you take is an essential part of your personal transformation. I look forward to meeting you in the next video of Dharma Wisdom Talks.